Hello, I'm Dragos, and in this video we're going to see 3 tools that can help you code faster with AI. Basically, these tools are applications that can be installed on your own Mac or Windows, and it has access to Cloud Code or Codex or other CLI that we have in there, and it will help you code in parallel and create branches, see files, terminals, and things like that. So the first tool is called Polyscope, and this is their interface. So basically in here you can add your GitHub repo. It will create a work tree for it, and you can hit different AI coding tools. We are going also to see the application because I've installed it, but yeah, this is the interface on their website, and basically you can go and run parallel agents, link work trees, work on autopilot, and yeah, this is free. Of course, it has also some paid options, and yeah, you can create tasks and things like that. We're going to see that. The second one is Emdash, and I guess this one is the most known one. It's open source, it's on GitHub, it has like 2300 stars right now. It is for Windows and Mac. It is backed by E Combinator, and again it has a similar interface. We're going to see in the left side you have the workspaces with repos, in the middle you have the coding agent, in the right you have the terminal with other details. Again, it should do similar things. This one also has the remote via SSH option in here, and yeah, basically this it will allow you to connect to a lot of agents. In here you see that you can use any CLI you have. We're going to check also that. And another one is called Superset. I think this one is quite new. It has about 5k stars on GitHub. Again, it is free and it has some paid options. From what I know, this is available only for Mac interface. Again, it's similar. I think this one has the most interesting interface in here. And yeah, again, you can run in parallel the agents, and yeah, you have the options to add different CLIs also in here. And right now, what we are going to do is to see them. So let's start with Polyscope in here in the order that we start. So this is the interface for Polyscope. Let me see if I can make this thing bigger for you. Okay, and yeah, so basically this is the interface, and in here you have the options to add an workspace like this. So basically this created another work tree in this project, and in here you can see that you have the options to go and pull it from an issue, run a task if you want. You don't have any task. You have the settings in here, main branch from where to pull the work tree. In here you have the GitHub prompts and things like that. I mean, I'm just presenting you some of the things that all of these things have. You can go and work with it and see if this is the one from in here. You can add the repository, you can clone an URL or other local path in here. For instance, if we're going to go into my website things, because in here I have a lot of projects from the tests. Okay, local path add. In here you will see that right now you will have the folder added, and you can go and add new workspace. And right now you can go, for instance, in here and attach a file, and in here you have the options to code with Cloud Opus, Sonnet, Haiku, because it's installed with Cloud Code Codex. Again, you have the options to go in here and check the details. So for instance, let's see what is here, how it's working and how it's feeling. And right now the nice thing of this tool is the fact that it is like running in its own interface. It's not using the CLI directly. I guess it is running it behind the scenes, and in here you see that you have the details completed. And yeah, modify the home page to look nicer. I just want to show you how this is looking. And in here, if we're going to check the status, you see the tool calls that you have. You have the options to do it mobile or remote. You have the terminal that you can toggle also in here. And in the right side, for instance, you have the changes. Right now, we didn't have any changes into this. Probably some changes will be done right now. Local base, and in here you have the files, so you can check also the files. Like this is an Astro website, and you can go and have access to the files in here. Okay, let's see if this is adding something, so you can see the changes. Okay, so it added something in here. In here you can see the tool calls that he did. Let's see, in here you have the options to see the differences with the view, with the lines of code that were changed. In here you see that the most changes were done into the index page because I've told it to do that. And yeah, in here you will have all these things, and you have the options to merge locally these things if you want, because this is not linked into a repo. Okay, in here you have the split view also. So yeah, this is the first tool, the Polyscope 1. Let's go and see the Emdash, the second tool. I will close this, and this is the Emdash interface, and this is more complex. You have in here the home details to open a project, create a new project, clone from GitHub, other remote project. In here, this is with SSH, I think, yeah. So in case you are putting everything into an VPS server, as I do, it will connect directly in there. In here you will have some skills that you can install, and in here you have the project, so you can open clone again. Let's open a new project for this. Again, into my website, let me pick the Queen 3.54 billion test, and right now you see that you have the project added in here into the workspace, and in here you can go and choose the new task, and in here you put the task name, and you can choose the agent for this. And right now I have Codex, I have Gemini, Droid, for instance, so you can choose whatever you want, Tompa Code, P. So you have a lot of agents that you can use. I will choose Droid for this. Let's see, because it's installed, so you can see how it's looking. Okay, so right now you see that Droid, it is started, so basically this will start the CLI for you, and in here you have the options again to change the model. Let's go with this. Hi, modify the home page to look better. I just want to show you how these are working, and in the side in here you have the options to open this into the Finder, VS Code. In here you can view the files. You see that in the left side again you will have the options to check the files. Okay, so this is running right now. Kanban view for this, so you can see the in progress task. So this is more polished. You have also browser that can be used in here to test the things. You see that it is started the Astro right now. In the browser you will see what the modifications are, and right now this it's running. Okay, let me close the browser. What else? Feedback. Okay, in here you have the options to toggle these sidebars if you want to have the full space for coding depending on what you want. And here you have the settings, and in setting, a good thing that is for the terminal, you have the options to choose fonts, for instance, and other things. And in here you have the agents. You see that I have a lot of agents installed on this Mac: AMP, Cloud Code Codex, Droid, Gemini, Copilot, OpenCode Queen, and he detected all of them. In here you can have the options to choose the default one. You have the integrations with GitHub linear repository, interface details, And yeah, I mean, let's see, let's toggle also, because he did the changes, and again in here you can see the changes like this, with what was changed and what is not. You have the history in here. And yeah, I mean, this interface, it's looking nice, looks okay. And in here you have also the terminal that you can go and run. And yeah, I mean, in here, if you want to add a feature with one agent and use another agent for adding another feature, or to review the things, you can run this in parallel. You have the options to add skills directly in here. And yeah, this is the Emdash. And the last one is the Superset. Again, this is quite interesting. I just find out about it yesterday, I think. And again, the interface is similar with what we have seen at the other one. In here you have also the ports where this is running. And let's add a new repository so we can see how it's working. Open project like this, and again I will go to my website thing where I have all the websites. Let's go with Opus and what he did. And in here you see that you have the main, but again in here you see that for the main I have a lot of changes that are shown in here. And again you have the options to view the files in here. These are the things that changes. It should have also a diff in here somewhere, you see. So for instance, this is what changed like this. So yeah, I mean, the interface for this one, it looks pretty good from my point of view. I guess it will be also good for them to add a browser also in here to work directly in this. And in here you have the resource utilization. You see that it's using a lot of CPU and memory, this tool, from what you can see in here. In here you have the recent history to toggle the things. And in here, let's go and create a new workspace for this. Okay, you can choose the agents again in here. Yeah, test like this. Let's put this with Cloud. Let's see if Cloud is working. Advanced option, branch name, you can put a branch. From branch, create workspace. And right now you have a different workspace. And Cloud didn't start. Okay, it started right now. And right now you can go and chat with Cloud. Actually, this is linked with my GLM5 subscription in here. Let's see if this is working. Okay, it's working. And modify the home page to look better. And right now this should start working. You see in here it's spinning on the test, and in here you should have the files that were changing this work tree. Again, in here you have the ports. You can configure in here the details, and you see that you have a lot of configurations, things like organization, appearance, that you can change, notifications, keyboard, future terminal in here where I've added a font, integrations with linear right now. It has also paid option, this one. Okay, let's see this in work. Again, this hits with GLM5. So Cloud Code, it's working through GLM. And yeah, I mean, right now this is working. If you are going to check the files, this has a nice file interface. It's the best one in here from what I'm seeing. So you see that you can see the files quite easily. Pin, split panel if you want, like this for the terminal, because also you have a terminal in here that you can toggle. Okay, let me close this. And right now this is modifying the things. I see didn't reading to files, it's still reading the files. GLM is working quite slow. And in here you have the options again to Cloud Code, Codex, Copilot, and you can add easily in here and thing that you want. Okay, it has a browser, it looks in here, so you can go and work directly also with the browser. So yeah, I mean, this one I think is the most interesting one. And let's see what else. Okay, you have the chat option in here that you can directly use the chat like you've seen in the first one. And here you have the option, okay, OpenAI Anthropic. So basically you need to go and use the Superset chat for this to work. I guess they will have some subscription. Cloud Code, okay. Explore, didn't modify anything till now. I'm just waiting for this to be modified. Switch to tree view. This is for the files. Extend sidebar like this. So yeah, you have a lot of things in here. You have the notification. You have an organization with members that you can manage. And yeah, again, you can add what agent you want in here. The Droid one, for instance, I have added it myself. You see in here I can go and add a custom agent if you like don't find the details in here, and you can go and add the custom agent in there. And let me see the changes. So yeah, like this in here you see the details, and let's make this thing like this. So you have the options to view it like this, view the row changes, split pan like this for the terminal. So yeah, I mean, you have all the things in here. Superset, it's quite nice, and I think I will gonna use Superset because I like the interface the most, and I'm curious to see what other things they can add. So yeah, I mean, these are the 3 tools that can help you code faster, code in parallel with different agents, and you can go and, for instance, spin like this with Gemini YOLO. This is the agent in here, and you can go and chat and use it. Okay, in case you like the video and you have a different suggestion of a tool, you can drop a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe.